Gallery Furniture delivers tonight, and get on your road to recovery with great rest and great sleep from the Max Recliner.
KHOU 11's weather impact alerts go straight to your phone, so you know when to prepare for the potential of severe weather. Download it now and turn on your notifications.
We're busy. I get it. So Stanton Optical works with your schedule. Buy online, pick up in stores same day, and get a free fitting. I mean, look at my to-do list. Same day eye exam.
Live from KHOU 11, your news starts now.
Now at noon, a political showdown in Austin. Texas Democrats leave the state with no plans to return anytime soon. Now Governor Abbott is threatening legal action. Plus, a major undercover bust takes down predators targeting kids. The latest on the charges in Fort Bend County. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Stephanie Simmons. And we start with day 2 of the 10th political showdown here in Texas. More than 50 House Democrats left the state to try and stop the vote over redistricting. Now those lawmakers who broke quorum are gaining support in the very places they fled to, including Illinois. And that's where today National Party leaders and civil rights organizations are joining the fight over the issue of redistricting that favors Republicans. KHOU 11's Jalissa Garza has been following this story for us all morning long. She joins us live in the newsroom with more. Jalissa, what's the latest?
Well, Steph, what started as a walkout is now a full-blown political standoff. And civil rights groups here in Houston, like LULAC and the NAACP, are standing with the Democrats who fled, calling it a fight for fair representation. Now, this standoff centers on the GOP's push to redraw Texas congressional maps. Now, Republicans currently hold 25 seats in the House. Democrats hold 12. Now, if the maps as redrawn are proposed in, Republicans could flip up to 5 Democratic districts in the 2026 midterms. Today, Democratic lawmakers continue to make their case far from home. In Illinois, on the eve of the 60th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act, top national Democrats rallied with Texas House members in their fight to halt redistricting in Texas.
Because just as the icons of the civil rights movement marched, protested, and got into good trouble, just as Dr. King and Fannie Lou Hamer and John Lewis fought to ensure that Americans could access the ballot regardless of the color of their skin, so too are these courageous Texas House Democrats standing up and fighting back against a racial gerrymandering scheme to disenfranchise Black and Latino voters, all to desperately hold on to Congress in the midterms.
And Texas lawmakers are standing by their decision to lead the state to places like Chicago, Albany, and Boston.
It's important that everyone across the country know and understand that we're fighting for the rights that are enshrined in the Voting Rights Act and that are the rights of every single American to have a say and the ability to exercise their right to vote in our country.
Back in Houston, organizations like LULAC and the NAACP are keeping pressure locally, holding a press conference Monday.
Let us be clear, these redistricting efforts are not about fairness, balance, or representation. They're about breaking the rules to hold on to power.
We cannot get justice in a system that refuses to operate ethically, morally, and constitutionally. We commend them, we are praying for them, and we stand behind them.
Yesterday, Republicans returned to the Texas Capitol for a special legislative session, but with Democrats still out of state, the session stalled, and House Speaker Dustin Burrows ordered civil arrest warrants to bring those lawmakers back. But the cities where those Democrats are now are places where those warrants don't apply. And as of right now, there is no clear timeline on when or if Democrats will return. Reporting in the newsroom, Jalissa Garza, KHOU 11 News.
Yeah, some of those Democrats said they packed for 3 weeks worth of clothing. We'll see if that happens, Jalissa. Thank you. Meanwhile, Governor Abbott isn't backing down after Democratic lawmakers fled the state. Now he's asking the Texas Rangers to investigate whether or not they are breaking the law. And that includes bribery that could be tied to fundraising efforts for the Democrats who fled the state. He said that donors could also face consequences. Meantime, we will continue to follow this developing story throughout the day, both on air and on KHOU 11 Plus. And you can also follow the latest updates on the go by downloading the KHOU 11 mobile app. All right, let's pivot now to weather and a gorgeous day out. Here is a live look outside at NASA Space Center. Pat Kavlin here now. How is the rest of the day shaping up, Pat? Welcome back, everybody. This afternoon, students across the Houston area are now back in class for their very first day of school, and that includes Cleveland, Hardin, and High Island ISDs. But there is a big change this year, and it's getting mixed reviews. House Bill 1481 went into effect, and it requires public schools here in the state to regulate the use of communication devices. And that includes banning students from using cell phones during school hours. Our Devon Roming has more from HISD headquarters with just 1 week to go before they go back to school.
Well, yeah, so we're looking at the policies for two of the larger school districts here in our area, both here at HISD as well as Fort Bend ISD, who have rolled out their policies under this new law, as well as the consequences for those who violate them. And you know, these policies cover everything from cell phones to even AirPods. First, Fort Bend ISD introduced its new policy last night during a Fort Bend ISD workshop meeting, and we're giving you the inside scoop early because last night the district said parents will get the full policy tomorrow. The policy will ban the use of cell phones, tablets, even smartwatches, and will be in effect the first day of school. Now, the district says the first and second offenses mean students will have their phones confiscated and returned at the end of the day, but a third offense and any offenses after that will require a parent to pick up their phone and, get this, pay a fee to the school. Now, as far as punishments are concerned, the district says it's still trying to figure out what that discipline will look like.
It's like a three-prong rollout. First, the technical, making sure that we have a common understanding and definitions identified for what is a telecommunication device, making sure that we have a process for non-compliance.
Meanwhile, over in HISD, the first time a student is caught using a banned device, they'll have it taken away and parents can pick it up after school. For the second offense, the school will hold the device until the next day. And for the third offense, the device will be held for 2 school days. Now, it's also important to note that there are exceptions to these policies, specifically when it comes to devices needed for medical use, as well as any sort of district-issued device for educational purposes. In Houston, Devon Roming, KHOU 11 News.
What a big change this year. And parents, we want to hear from you. KHOU 11 is talking with superintendents from school districts here in the Houston area. So we are asking you to take our back to school survey right now and post your questions for our own Mia Gradney to ask them. Just scan the QR code on your screen, or you can also text the word school to 713-526-1111 and we will send you a link to that survey. All right, back to weather we go. Let's get another check of the forecast. Pat Kaplan, rain chances this week.
The afternoon and the evening, but a pretty shot here. This is from the top of our studios in the Galleria along Westheimer. You can see we're looking east, fair weather clouds, but that's pretty much it. No rain at the moment. Temperatures are certainly on the warmer side, 92 degrees, again 12 degrees warmer than this time yesterday because of the cloud cover, because of the rain that we saw. But again, dew points in the low 70s, so the humidity is starting to come up there just a little bit. I gotta tell you though, it's just outside. It doesn't feel terrible. Maybe we're just getting used to it. 88 right now, Tomball, same for Conroe, 86 Cleveland, 81 in Galveston, 90 though for Palacios. We take you through the next few days.